women went to prepare Jesus' body for burial. But when they got there, the stone was rolled away. The tomb was empty. Hello, my friends. Welcome to this week's Kids Church Mindful Moment. Happy Easter! Hallelujah, Christ is risen. I wonder, have you ever been completely certain that something bad or terrible was going to happen, and then it turned out to not be so bad? Maybe there was an unexpected surprise outcome. Do you remember that feeling you had then? I imagine that might be a little bit how Jesus' friends were feeling way back then. Something terrible had happened. Jesus had been killed for speaking love to power, and his friends were devastated. They thought everything was over. But that morning, the women went to Jesus' tomb and discovered that it was empty. Christ had risen, love was still alive, and it was now up to them to share that love with the wider world. God's Spirit could not be contained in the tomb. If you want to read the whole story and all the details, you can find them here in these books of the Bible. But I wonder, when you experienced unexpected joy, what did it feel like in your body? What did you do with that feeling? Who did you share it with? Sometimes when I feel joy like that, it feels like it just fills my body like a big balloon, like a big bubble that might just burst. So I thought, for this week's mindful moment, as we celebrate Easter, let's make some bubbles to remind us of that feeling that Jesus' friends must have felt so long ago, of having felt so empty that morning to then feeling so full of hope and joy and love. We're going to make big bubbles. Now, if you have bubble mix at home, then you can use that and just you find some bubbles and let's blow bubbles. But if you don't, I have a quick recipe on how we can make some bubble mixture and some bubble wands. For making our bubble mixture, we'll need a container. You can see I have my mixture in here. A container that you can hold your mixture into. You'll need some kind of measuring cup. It doesn't matter what size you get, just one measuring cup, and then we'll use this to figure out how much of each ingredient we need. You'll then need some water, some dish soap. Try to get the dish soap and not detergent, and some light corn syrup. There's the surprise ingredient that we're going to use to help make our bubbles hold a little bit bigger. So to make this bubble mixture in here, I have used 6 of these cups of water. I have used 1 of these cups of soap. And then I fill the same cup only a quarter of the way full with corn syrup. I mix them all together, and then I put it in the fridge to settle for a little bit so that all those ingredients could mix and work well together. So if you're making the bubble mixture now, you might want to let it sit for a little bit and blow the bubbles a little later. Or you can try them already and see how it goes. Now for my bubble wand. I found 2 sticks, 2 straws will do, 2 pencils will do. I have 2 very thin kebab sticks. And I found some yarn. And I tied this yarn so I had a short bit here and then a longer loop here. And that makes my bubble wand, my circle. You can make this as big or as little as you want. The bigger it gets, the harder it is to manage the bubbles. So we'll see how this size works. Woo! Let's try again. Let's see see if we can get some big ones. That was a good one. Okay, so now we have our bubble mixture and our bubble wand, and hopefully you've practiced some bubble blowing. And now let's bring all of that together and use our bubble blowing to create a little bit of space for us to connect with ourselves, with those we love around us, and with God's Spirit. We can use bubble blowing as a type of prayer. Here's how it will work. Let's get our bubble wand all ready. And as we breathe in, let's remember God's Spirit fills us with life. And as we blow out, let's remember that life helps us share loving kindness with the world. So in, God's Spirit fills us with life, helping us to share loving kindness with the world. Again, breathe in. God's Spirit fills us with life, helping us share loving kindness with the world. Can you picture that loving kindness inside our bubbles? As they burst, one can imagine that that is our loving kindness from inside of us bursting forth into the world, spreading loving kindness to everyone. Happy Easter, my friends. May it be filled with bubbles, bursting with loving kindness for you to absorb into your own heart and for you to share with others. As you celebrate this Easter, may you do so with a blessing to carry with you and to share. May there be love in your heart to give. May there be joy in your heart to share. And may there be courage in your heart to lift others up. See you, my friends.